Need to say anything. The people who understand the greatness of it and have their own life, that what happened happened.
Jake Paul has just dropped a bombshell about his Netflix fight with Mike Tyson, and this isn't your typical post-fight drama. Sure, the fight happened over a month ago, and most people have moved on, but clearly, Jake hasn't. Why? Because sponsors are vanishing, fans are giving him the side eye, and his reputation is teetering on the edge. In a bid to clear the air, Jake appeared on Logan Paul's podcast with a dramatic coming clean episode where he made some eyebrow-raising claims. According to Jake, it was Tyson who orchestrated the entire shady ordeal. Jake said, "I had to be careful in the early rounds before dropping hints about Tyson's role. But here's the kicker. Why would a boxing legend with $400 million in the bank, compared to Jake's $30 million pre-fight net worth, bother with such tactics? Fame? Please, it's Mike Tyson. He doesn't need a fight with a YouTuber for clout."
But I do have to be careful in the early rounds because...
Let me tell you, this story comes with a warning. If you believe Jake Paul, you might walk away from this hating Mike Tyson. Jake addressed the skeptics head-on, saying, people are like, "Oh, it's rigged because look at him on the pads. But he can do that in the fight because someone is actually punching back. You dumb expletive, The truth is, Jake Paul knew exactly what he was signing up for when he agreed to fight a boxing legend like Mike Tyson. On Logan Paul's podcast, Jake admitted he wasn't under any illusions. He knew people would criticize him no matter what, win or lose. And honestly, Jake leaned into the controversy like a pro. This wasn't about the final scorecard, it was about the spectacle, a YouTuber going toe-to-toe with one of the greatest boxers of all time.
When you were in there?
I don't remember it.
You didn't even remember it?
Jake Paul practically auditioned for the role of the villain, nailed it, and then milked it for everything it was worth. Hate? For Jake, that's just fuel for clicks, and clicks mean money. If controversy were an Olympic sport, the Paul brothers would be taking home gold medals. Then Logan Paul dropped the question everyone was secretly thinking, but too afraid to ask. Was the fight rigged? Jake didn't deny it outright. Instead, he smirked and delivered this gem. Rigged fights are for people who need money. I don't need it. Maybe Mike did. One cryptic comment and the internet went into meltdown mode. Jake didn't just light a match. He poured gasoline on the entire situation. Let's unpack this. Jake stopped short of outright accusing Mike Tyson of rigging the fight, but the implication was as subtle as a haymaker. He pointed just enough fingers to make everyone side-eye Tyson. And let's be real, Tyson's financial struggles have been an open secret for years. Sure, Tyson's a legend, but his career has had more ups and downs than a roller coaster. His recent business ventures haven't exactly been minting millions either. A comeback fight like this wasn't just about throwing punches. It was about staying relevant, cashing in, and reminding the world he's still Iron Mike.
I realized my power.
That is true.
And my jab and my speed and my ability and my footwork to get out of the way of those punches. So then all of a sudden he's throwing at literally air.
Then Jake twisted the knife even deeper, hinting without outright saying it, that Tyson might have been expected to lose as part of the deal. Let that sink in for a moment. If there's any truth to that claim, it means Tyson may have put his legacy on the line for a bigger paycheck and a chance to stay in the spotlight. And Jake? He walks away as the guy who beat a boxing icon, while the internet erupts into debates about whether the fight was even legit. As Jake himself put it, guy made a lot of money. The most money.
Houses or drugs, girls?
Planes, it's stupid shit,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it was
yeah.
fun.
Right. You don't regret any? Do you regret anything?
Yeah, and I didn't pay taxes really at that time.
Here's the kicker. Jake's comment wasn't some off-the-cuff remark. It was a calculated move, plain and simple. By saying, maybe Mike needed it, he shifted the spotlight off himself and squarely onto Tyson. Classic Jake Paul. Create chaos, let the internet run wild, and sit back as the views and clicks roll in. People love a good conspiracy theory, and Jake served them one on a silver platter. So why even make a statement like that if Jake had nothing to hide? Maybe it was a preemptive strike to control the narrative and keep fingers from pointing at him first. Or maybe this is peak Jake. It was about throwing Tyson under the bus, fully aware the drama would keep the fight in headlines for weeks. Whatever his motive, one thing is clear. Jake doesn't make a move unless he knows exactly how it'll play out. Clip, sure, the hype was off the charts. Tyson is a living legend, and Jake Paul knows exactly how to command attention. But let's not pretend this fight was purely about the love of boxing. The deeper you dig, the clearer it becomes. This wasn't about competition. It was about business, branding, and boosting bank accounts. And honestly, when you step back and look at the bigger picture, the strategy behind the chaos is impossible to ignore.
Where'd most of it go? Because I'm from Connecticut. I know where your house, your old house, 50 Cent's house now, right? Does he still own it?
I have no idea.
But that house, what had movie theaters? What else in it?
Everything.
Let's start with Tyson's finances. At his peak, he earned over $400 million, only to declare bankruptcy in 2003. Since then, he's tried it all, from stand-up comedy tours to selling ear-shaped weed gummies. But despite his hustle, his recent ventures haven't exactly been gold mines. Enter Jake Paul, Netflix, and a $20 million payday. For a retired athlete facing financial turbulence, that kind of cash isn't just tempting, it's life-changing. Tyson wasn't just stepping into the ring for sport. He was stepping into a marketing goldmine. But here's where it gets even juicier. This fight wasn't just about Tyson making a quick buck. It was about reclaiming the spotlight. His name alone guaranteed global attention, and the fight wasn't merely a match, it was a stage.
With the way the night went down.
I wish he would have, put up a better fight so then I could have risen more and done more.
Tyson used the fight as a platform to promote his cannabis brand, Tyson 2.0, and to tease an upcoming Netflix documentary series. This wasn't just a boxing match, it was a full-blown infomercial cleverly disguised as a fight. If that doesn't scream asterisk calculated move asterisk, I don't know what does.
I'm on here to see you. You lit up Tyson 2.0. Last time we saw you in Vegas, you handed me a bag of your Mike Bites, the edibles. Fantastic. I love them.
Let's address the whispers. The ones hinting this fight might not have been entirely on the up and up. Jake Paul walked away with a unanimous decision win. There wasn't a knockout, but there were plenty of moments that made fans raise an eyebrow and think, asterisk, wait, what asterisk? Some speculate Tyson might have agreed to lose for the payday and exposure. After all, his legacy is untouchable at this stage. Losing to Jake Paul isn't going to erase decades of dominance, but it certainly stirred up enough buzz to keep the cash rolling in.
You have no expectations. We have expectations.
Yep.
If I don't get 100 million views, fuck out of here, my dad! Right. No, these guys just want a piece of banana.
They want to eat, live.
They're so hungry.
Then there's Netflix. This wasn't just another boxing event. It was a spectacle designed for streaming. Reportedly, Netflix sweetened the deal with performance bonuses tied to viewership and engagement, raising the stakes for everyone involved. Tyson's legendary name guaranteed an audience, while Jake Paul's headline-grabbing antics ensured the fight would go viral. For Netflix, it was a gamble that paid off. For Tyson and Jake, it was a massive payday and an opportunity to dominate the headlines.
Oh, yeah. A little bow at the end. He bowed.
That's the last thing I remember.
Dude, there was a lot of people online that said that's when you should have hit him, when he was bowing down like that. That's when you
He's gonna hit me.
But here's where things take a turn. After the fight, Tyson appeared on Fox Sports Radio, and his comments raised some serious eyebrows. When asked about key moments in the fight, he claimed he asterisk kind of blanked out asterisk blank out in a fight you were paid millions to headline. It gets even more puzzling. When asked about holding back punches, Tyson didn't deny it. He simply dodged the question, offering vague and almost dismissive answers. And when pressed about whether he'd watched the footage back, he flat out said, asterisk no, I have not. Asterisk for a man who spent his entire career analyzing his performances, this sudden amnesia was, to say the least, suspicious.
us. We're like, dang, we wanted more. Is there anything about the fight you would have changed based on the experience?
Oh, not at all. Listen, I wouldn't have realized any of it if it went 3-minute rounds. I didn't realize it.
And the timing of Tyson's appearance wasn't random. He used the platform to talk about, what else, his cannabis brand and upcoming Netflix projects. The entire interview felt less like an honest debrief and more like a promotional campaign. It was as if the fight itself was merely a vehicle to boost everything else Tyson is working on. Fans who expected brutal honesty from the man known for his no-holds-barred persona got vague deflections and a sales pitch instead. Tyson's silence on the
stone unturned in bashing Floyd's name and discrediting his Iron Mike left nothing in the bag when taking shots at the one and only time we have seen the heavyweight legend, Iron Mike, take many shots. You heard that right. Mike further elaborated that money pro boxers can only dream of making. Iron Mike sees this as disrespect to the fighters who are working twice a day and risking their lives when they step into the... This is one big reason why Mike does not rave he's ruined his... Why the boxing legend Mike Tyson shed some light on this